Hello again. I thought we would talk a little bit about working with our breath and establishing an anchor point. This will become more and more comfortable the more we work with it, and I think introducing it towards the beginning of our practice is of huge value because, again, it gives you that place of returning, a place of reference. A cue I like to use is returning home. So when we talk about an anchor point, it's a sensation or a physical location in the body that gives you that cue of coming home, of returning. When the mind wants to pull us out into the crazies, or we can feel physical sensations or emotions coming up through our body, it invites us to come back into that place of centering, that place of groundedness, and that place where, again, we return to present moment. So we're not in the past, we're not in the future, we're not creating a story, we're not reacting, we are just coming right back into our body, coming home, and just being aware with what is. So when we start to use the breath in our practice, so usually when we turn to the breath as our anchor, it's really nice to practice that in a place of stillness, silence, if you will, or we could just say it's a place of peacefulness. So let's go ahead and find a comfortable seat, whether it's on the floor, in a chair, against a wall, what have you. Could even be standing. And let's take those 3 cleansing breaths. So draw the breath in. As you exhale, allow the softening of the body to surrender to the earth. Next breath in, find the lengthening of the spine, opening of the heart. Exhale, let your shoulders soften. Let your arms release. Hands can become heavy on your lap. One more breath in. Exhaling, allowing that sense of settling to come over the body. So in these first few moments, see if you can find the sense of settling, the sense of softening in the belly. Allow the flesh of your skin just to be draped over your bones. And then simply take your awareness to the tip of your nose. And obviously, if the nose is congested, take your awareness to the movement of air at your mouth. So there's nothing special about this breath. We're simply observing its quality. Maybe the ease in which it moves in and out of the nose or mouth. Maybe we notice the temperature. The breath feels cool, the breath feels warm. And now take that awareness down into your chest, across the heart. When you bring awareness to this area of the body, you might notice that the breath wants to deepen. Maybe it wants to expand, explore the space. So let that happen. Just observe if this is a place that you could return to over and over again. Let's go down into the belly. See if you can allow that belly to be soft, expansive. Let go of the guarding and the holding that we tend to do during the day. Let the ease that the breath invites be that of opening the pelvis, softening down into the seat, the releasing of the hips. It might take a little practice. Beautiful. Now surrender the singular focus of where the breath is, and for now just breathe. Let it be full, let it be soft. And then in these next few moments, see where you feel the breath most readily. It could be the nose, the area around the throat, the chest, the heart, the ribs, the abdomen. There is no right or wrong. Just choose a spot where it's like, there's where I feel my breath most readily. And let that become your anchor. Let that be the place that you return to. Let that be home base. So let's just sit in this quiet observance of the breath for a few moments. There's nowhere else to be. We're just spending time with the breath. And then you may notice that the mind starts to wave its hand in front of you, saying, look at me, I've got things to say. Don't you want to think about this? Don't you want to think about that? It's not that that's wrong. That's the natural functioning of the mind. But we're going to practice returning home. So we notice that the mind is trying to get our attention. We take a nice breath in. And we let go. And we return home, back to the place in our body where we can most readily feel the breath. And then take your awareness fully into the rise and fall of the body as it breathes. And if we notice another distraction, it could be a thought, it could be an itch, a fidgety energy that comes up. Again, there's nothing wrong. We're in a non-judgmental place. We just simply notice that that's happening. We take a breath in, we let it go, and we return home. Back to our anchor, back to where we sense the breath most readily. So the practice is to do this over and over. Some moments when we come to sit just in quietude, the mind might be incredibly serene and at ease. And sometimes we sit down and it's as though we have 18 voices inside of our head and everything's fussy and fidgety and distracting, and that's okay. They're both brilliant practices as long as we notice this is happening, we let go of what is arising, and we return back home to the breath. So let's just spend a few more moments together and just play around with this. I'm noticing a thought. Take a breath. As I exhale, I let go of the thought. And I return home, back into my body, back to the place where my breath is most present. And I just enjoy the breath. I allow it to invite me to feel comfort, a place of settling, reminding myself there's nothing else to do in this moment than just observe my breath. But then I have another thought, and I start to run away with that thought. And I notice that I'm doing that. And I take a breath. I let go of the thought. I return home to my anchor inside my body with the breath. And let's take 3 cleansing breaths in and out together. Pulling the breath in, exhale. Let yourself have fun with these breaths. Really make them nourishing. Inhale fully. Exhale. Inhale once more. Exhale. Release the gaze, release the body, let the eyes open. And there you have it. Another wonderful practice just to tuck into your pocket and to give to yourself each day. Starting to create that ritual, create that embodiment of practice, and giving us the gift of awareness to where we're not always firing right off to try to fix it or to react to it, but we come back and we're aware, like, what is this? So have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.